Hello and welcome to Algebra 1, Unit 1, Concept 10, Lesson 1. Today our objective is that you will use properties of equality to solve systems of linear equations algebraically. We're in algebra, we are solving things algebraically. Just as a note, you probably noticed there are no notes, guided notes papers. You guys are expected to take notes on your paper separately. You are still expected to take notes, but you may do it in whatever format you like. So the first question is, what does equal mean? You got all on the other side, what does it mean? So, if two things are equal, what does that mean about those two things? If x equals 3 and 2x plus y equals 11, what's y? Is that something we could figure out? Well, if x equals 3, are x and 3 interchangeable? So remember that equals means it is the same as. That means that if we know x equals 3, we can put that into this problem and find the value of y. So I can write this as 2 times x, I can leave that there, plus y equals 11. So I know that instead of x, I'm going to make that 3. So I have 2 times 3 is 6, plus y equals 11. Well, now I can SPE 6 from both sides and get y equals 5. So I was able to use this value of x to find the value of y in this equation. Well, that's pretty neat, right? So let's look at that when we have longer equations. So substitution means that we are going to be exchanging two equal values. I have two equations and they're giving me equal values. If you look at this bottom equation, it's telling me that y is the same as, is equal to, x minus 1. That means that in this top equation, I can put that value in for y. So let's start by rewriting that equation. I've got 2x minus 3 times something equals negative 1. Well, I know that this value right here could go in for y. So instead of y, I can put x minus 1. Then I'm going to use my distributive property, dist prop. So I have 2x minus 3x plus 3, because my minus 3 and negative 1 combined equals negative 1. Well, now I can combine some like terms. 2x minus 3x gives me negative x plus 3 equals negative 1. I can SPE that 3. I get negative x equals negative 4. And then I don't want negative x, I want positive x. So I'm going to multiply by negative 1, which remember just switches my sign. So x equals 4. Cool, now I know x equals 4. Here's the thing, now I know the value of x, I still don't know the value of y. So I'm going to need to go back to this original equation right here. And I'm going to use this value of x to find the value of y. So now I have y equals 4 minus 1, because x is 4. So then y equals 3. That means that my final solution for this is an ordered pair. I have to make sure I list my x first. So it's 4, 3. Not that bad, right? Let's try another one. Here I have my y value. I'm going to substitute that into my top equation. So I have negative 3x minus 3 times my y value equals 3. I'm going to put my y value in here. Negative 5x minus 17. Going to be using my distributive property. Negative 3x plus 15x plus 3 times 17 is 51 equals 3. And this is my distributive property, distprop. Remember, you still got to do those properties. Then we're going to combine some like terms. I can combine these terms right here, which gives me 12x plus 51 equals 3. That's CLT. Then I'm going to subtract 51 from both sides. That gives me 12x equals negative 48. And that was SPE. Then I'm just going to divide by 12. I get x equals negative 4. Okay, so now I have my x value. I still need my y value. So I go back to this equation. So I'm going to do y equals negative 5 times negative 4 minus 17. So y equals negative 5 times negative 4 is 20 minus 17. Y equals 3. So now my ordered pair is, once again, I have my x's first, negative 4, 3. And I could check this by taking these answers and putting them back into this top equation and checking it. Very quick way to check it. Let's do one more problem, just as practice, then you guys are going to go on to your classwork. Final one. Once again, I have a value here, this time for y. So I'm putting it in. So I have negative 2x minus 3 times my value for y is 6x minus 11 equals negative 7. So I'm going to use my distributive property, negative 2x minus 18x plus 33 equals negative 7. That was my distributive property. If I forget to put my properties, you guys know you have to do that. Next, I'm going to combine some like terms. So negative 2x and negative 18x is negative 20x plus 33 equals negative 7. That's CLT. Then I'm going to subtract the 33 from both sides. So I have negative 20x equals negative 40. That was my SPE. Finally, I'm going to divide by negative 20. So I get x equals negative 40 divided by negative 20 is 2. Once again, now I have my x value. I still need to find y. Come back over here. Y equals 6 times x, which is 2, minus 11. So y equals 12 minus 11. So y equals 1. Nice and easy. If I want to double check my answer, once again, I can go back to the other equation. So I've got negative 2 times my x value is 2, minus 3 times my y value is 1, equals negative 7. I'm just going to check to see this right. So that's negative 4 minus 3 equals negative 7. And that is true. So that means I got this right. Please make sure you do your practice problems, and I will see you all in class.